Jonathan Lee Rich's aka JLR, Justice for Summer Wells. I am in a local park near the home of Don and Candace Wells, and this is a bridge, but I want to show you a perspective on what the green terrain looks like. This is probably the same type of terrain that is around the home of Don and Candace Wells. You can see it is extremely green and compact in here. Look at this. No, I just wanted to show you a perspective of what authorities were dealing with the day Summer was reported missing. June 15th, 2021. This is what it would look like out in the woods. Keeping Summer's image out there because she's still not found. This park is in Jonesboro, which is where Don Wells was working, where he claims he was working the day Summer was reported missing. But it's thick back here. It is thick back here. And, I'm putting Summer's image here, but did she wander off? Did she wander off back in the brush? Look if a body was out there, of what authorities would have to deal with. Just the vegetation has grown. Very hard to see anything. Very hard to see anything. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you off the trail just to show you of what they would deal with in trying to find Summer Wells. It says Browning Lane. Browning Lane. Now, if I was a search team and I was looking for Summer Wells, this is what I'd be dealing with here. This is what it's just, and then if you're in it, like I'm in it, this is what the area would look like. You're looking for a body back here in this type of terrain. And as you see, it's as green as can be. It's as green as can be. And it's no wonder authorities searched in the wintertime again for Summer, because this is the terrain we are dealing with here. This is the terrain we are dealing with, and it's thick. Bushes, be hard even to walk through there. And this is similar to the holler where Don and Candace Wells live. They live back in the holler, at the beginning of the holler, and this is what you would come back to. Look at that. This is what you would come back to in the back of their holler. It's thick. It is thick. It's thick, yeah. Authorities would have a very difficult time searching for Summer. Even if Summer was maliciously put back in the woods somewhere, the people that put her back there would have a difficult time even getting her back there. Look at this. Look at this area. And again, I'm giving you a perspective of this is 1 year since Summer Wells went missing. This is 1 year. And I'm giving you a perspective on what it looks like. On what it looks like. It's thick, dense, remote. There's some walkers here. Quiet. It's, very difficult terrain to deal with. And kudos to the authorities that were actually out there looking for her. Good morning. Good morning. Kudos to all the search and rescue, everybody. There's people. They're walking their dog. And there's a creek back here, and I want to kind of show you in a creek perspective, because Beach Creek flowed right through that area. And I think it opens my eyes. Coming here opens your eyes very more, because I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, how come they didn't find Summer in the area? Look what you're dealing with here. Look what you're dealing with. Look what you're dealing with. Look at this. So, if there was a missing person, an Amber Alert, child abduction, right? And they said you have to find Summer in there. See the difficulty here? And there is a creek over here. I'm going to give you a creek perspective, because the Beach Creek was right there. Look at this. It's a little bit bigger than the Beach Creek. But look back there. So you got to find a body back here. You got to find a body back here. So, yeah, I think law enforcement at the time, considering the circumstances here with all this, did the best they could do. Did the best they could do. Look, you couldn't even get a helicopter to even see anything down in this. This is the exact same type of terrain that is by the home of Don and Candace Wells. I am in Jonesboro, Tennessee. This is where Don claims he worked. And I saw this park, and I was like, all right, well, let me go into the park to check out the area just to see how green and dense it is. And here you go. Here you go. So I'm kind of, before I even made this video, I didn't come back here. I did it while I'm videoing, and now my mind is like racing all over, like thinking, look. Look. So you have search teams will put, there was numerous agencies. I don't know how many agencies in total. I heard dozens. And hundreds of volunteers. Hundreds of volunteers looking through something like this. Imagine that. Imagine hundreds of volunteers looking through this for someone, a little girl that's 3 feet, 40 pounds. Imagine. Just imagine. Gives you a different perspective. Now, I don't know what this looks like over the YouTube, but I can tell you, you can't see very far through this. And, it'd be very difficult if Summer was buried back there to find, undisturbed dirt, because you got all this. Was Summer wearing any metal, like earrings or anything like that? Did they get metal detectors when they were out there looking for Summer? Look at this hill. Look at this hill. So I'm gonna go up this hill a minute. Now I just want to, again, I'm trying to recreate me being a search person. I did not plan this at all. Let's say I had to look for a person. So we've seen images of search and rescue along the hill. I am going up the hill now. I'm going up the hill. See what I mean? I mean, it's not easy. This is not easy, people. You know, to sit there and say, okay, we're just going to comb around the area looking. Because TBI is open. They were open to Summer wandering off. So their mind is thinking, did a little girl wander off the property? Where would she wander off to? So you're looking. And look at this. This is very difficult to do. And authorities did this for days, people. For days. And then they went back. They went back to the same area once this stuff cleared. In the wintertime, the leaves, the plants die. And the leaves, they did this. Again, a search again in the wintertime. But this is what it was like in the summertime. This is what it was like in the summertime. So just imagine you searching for your loved one, or you're search and rescue searching for someone. You have to be out here looking in the area when it's very green and dense. Good morning. Imagine that. How thick it is back here. And I started out on a trail. And I just went off trail a little bit to show you. So I'm going to head out. Gives you, look, and see, look, as they go away, see how they just disappear in the green? That's people walking. So let me just tell you, so they got clothes on. They got clothes on. They just vanished. They just vanish into this land. And this is the land. And this is the same exact type of land that is around the home of Don and Candace Wells. I'm in Jonesboro. It's all like this. It's all like this in Eastern Tennessee. It is all like this. So where is Summer Wells? And if Summer Wells was put somewhere out here between Kingsport, Jonesboro, this area where Don says he worked, and Rogersville, you have 30 miles plus in a radius of all this. All this. So yeah, it's very difficult to find somebody if you don't know where to look. The only thing we can pray is Don or Candace or Grandma, just say what happened. Just say what happened. Or a witness that they saw or know something, or someone they told that's just keeping quiet right now. Sometimes a year or two later, these witnesses come forward. Summer's life mattered. And, you know, unfortunately, she might be buried in something back here. Let's get her a proper burial, right? Let's get her a gravestone, something she deserves to be found. Summer deserves to be found. You know, and I invested a lot in this case trying to find answers. Go back to my videos. I've made hundreds of videos about this case and covering all angles, from searches to interviews to finding clues. I just, you know, I started out at the front of this park. This is the front of the park. Started out, I wanted to walk down and kind of just say, hey, it's green back here. Let me see what it looks like. I'm going to take you out of the park and then just show you at a distance what this is. See, this is like a park, right? This is, and I'm going to take you over to the map over here. Bear with me. But this is the type of terrain that's in the holler where Don and Candace Wells lived. And this is 1 year after Summer Wells was reported missing. So this is what it's like every year in June. This is what it's like. See, it says Jonesboro Park map. So yeah, I'm here. Show you exactly where I'm at. I took you back in there. And look at this. This might be familiar to some of people, right? So we know that Don and Candace Wells lives on top of that hill, Ben Hill Road. And we know about that shed, their shed down there by Beach Creek, their one shed. And right behind the shed, you'll see something like this. A kind of like a clearing. A clearing. I don't think it's as steep, but this is pretty steep, but you see a clearing. And then their home would be up there, the shed would be down there, and then that clearing there. But look how thick it is. Same thing. Same thing. Thick brush. Thick green. Imagine going through that. Imagine you're walking up and Ronnie Lawson gives the orders to search the area around Don and Candace Wells' home, and you have to go into that. You have to go into that to search for a body. You have to go into that. Imagine how you gonna do it. I mean, you got the weed whackers, whatever like that, but that's literally a needle in the haystack. Yeah, this stuff is pretty clear. You can look through that, but remember, this is surrounding the home of Don and Candace Wells. This type of thickness. So you only can do so much. Then you just have to, you know, because people are probably wondering why they haven't searched more. Why didn't you search more? Why don't you get more searches and stuff like that? That's what you're dealing with, people. This is exactly what you're dealing with. So, being here a year later, I was looking a little other places earlier, and then I just saw this opportunity here to go in. And now my perspective changes. And hopefully yours did too as you watched this video. Hopefully you see what I see now and know the difficulty that law enforcement faced trying to find Summer Wells that day, that week. And I'm getting bit up by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, you know, it's dangerous terrain. It's dangerous to walk back there, you know, and you can't go back there at night. Can't go back there at night to look. It'd be hard. It'd be almost impossible. And it would be scary. Imagine going through what I did at nighttime looking for someone. Imagine that. So I'll leave it at that. Follow my channel, subscribe, share. Coming at this case different angles. Morning. Coming at this case different angles. Summer needs to be found. It's just, look, it's green. And the sun is coming up. It's green. See? You have to go in there to find a body. This is the exact terrain as it is around the home of Don and Candace Wells. Pure green. And thick. And you hear crickets and birds. Listen. Justice for Summer Wells. Everyone be safe.